Hello, empaths. Welcome back. I am sending you so much love and so much light, and hoping and praying that you are feeling grounded at the time that you receive this video. May your entire structure, physical, energetic, emotional, mental, your spiritual, your soul team, all the parts of you, mind, body, spirit, energy, be at peace. Peace be with you, empaths. I am going to focus on structural attunement with this video in the hopes that when you find it, it's perfectly aligned with whatever you may be experiencing, and may you be self-regulated, may you feel grounded, may you feel at peace throughout the course of this video, and may all that is going on in your life at this time as an empath, energy sensitive being, star seed, light worker, emissary of light, child of the divine, and as a human undergoing just world intensity. May you be at peace. May you find your footing. May you feel grounded. May you feel loved. May you feel known, seen, and supported by the divine that loves you very, very much. You are held deeply in the arms and light of the divine. So we're talking about structural attunement, and I want to remind you, dear ones, that everything is vibrating at a different frequency. When you know the right frequency, empaths, the world becomes so much more grounded for you. Because when you know the right frequency, you can build, you can create, and you can heal anything. The right frequency can reconfigure your life. It can reconfigure anything that's happening. It can recalibrate anything, and it can reset the mainframe of anything. So if you think about your own structure, your own thoughts and mindset, your own physical body, your own emotions, they can be attuned to the divine when you know the right frequency. You can reconfigure. The right frequency is equivalent to holding the golden keys to life, empaths. There are beings on your divine team, your angels, your ancestors, those divine, higher ups, higher beings, and your divine guardian protectors who know exactly the right frequency for the various life experiences that you're currently going through. This is why I've spent so many weeks and months and, over a year talking about going into the sanctuary of the heart, getting your command codes from base, heart command, that space where you are connected to the divine, God, creator, source, and all the divine beings that work with you and love you and have your highest good as their pure intent. When you go into command, base command, and get the commands from base, you swirl around with a whole bunch of beings that love you. You may not even know who all is on your team. You may not even be aware of all who has your back, but trust and believe you have divine higher ups, higher beings who are waiting for you to just call on them and lean on them. I've likened it in the past to like a company with a bunch of different departments, different floors and different departments. You have angels and ancestors and protectors and guardians and mentors and teachers that God, creator, source assigned to have your back in this life. You are never alone. Even when it feels like it, you are not by yourself. So you have someone on your team in the various departments of your life, all the life experiences that you're going to go through this lifetime. There's somebody who's got your back in each and every area. There's somebody who already knows the way. There's somebody who already knows the right key, the right medicine, the right elixir, the right path, for every single situation that you are going through. So as said before, go to the right department, dear ones, to get the wisdom that you need and the assistance that you need for each and every situation that you experience in your life. As for the right frequency for any situation that needs healing, you can get it and you can experience course correction. So this is so beautiful because whether it's a mental issue or an emotional issue or a physical health issue or a relationship issue or a financial issue or a car issue, it could be anything, something with your pet. Any and every situation has a frequency that can neutralize the chaos or the challenges or the problems and transmute the energy to up level you to the higher frequency. So if your frequency in any given situation is a little bit off, you can be attuned and retuned. You can be recalibrated. You can reset the mainframe. So when we find the right frequency from when we go into command, base command, we get our commands from the sanctuary of the heart. We ask the divine for their support. This is where you will begin to swirl with the divine in a different way. So instead of your path feeling choppy or dysregulated or disjointed, getting your commands from base and dialing into the divine beings that have the key that you need for your particular situation, this is where we can begin to heal and reset all kinds of things, including trauma. So stored trauma impacts many aspects of our human life, right? Stored trauma is not always old trauma, though. This is where it's interesting. Stored trauma can be old trauma from, like, let's say, childhood abuse or bullying or pain and suffering. But trauma can also occur here and now in your present moment. Sometimes it's new trauma, of course. You might interact with someone, you might have a moment that creates PTSD in your now moment. However, continual trauma created by things like self-sabotage or lack of self-care, failure to rest, inability or refusal to listen to your body and your nervous system. These things can create continual trauma, okay? And it's easier to do when you have a meaningful relationship with God and your structure and your spirit team. It's easier to stay aligned. It's easier to listen to your body. It's easier to practice self-care and to allow yourself to be in God flow or spirit flow. It's easier to remain attuned when you have a very beautiful, continual, constant ritual of heart, ceremonial practices that you do on a regular basis to remain aligned with the divine. If you are disconnected from your spirit team and disconnected from the planet and disconnected from the universe and disconnected from God and the frequency of God, God particles, God essence, then it's a lot easier and more common to experience trauma more frequently and for that trauma to get stored in your entire being. So stored trauma can take residence in your body, in your energy field, in your emotions. It can register in the mind field, the mental field, and even your spiritual structure if you've been subjected to manipulation, control, abuse, violation in spiritual settings. So really interesting, right? Trauma can be mental, physical, emotional. It can be spiritual. And that can be the result of having interacted with, let's say, spiritual leaders who didn't necessarily have the best intentions. Maybe they were manipulative or perhaps abusive. Perhaps they violated you. Sometimes trauma is self-inflicted, and sometimes it is from other people. Sometimes trauma is the result of ancestral habits that are unhealthy. Sometimes trauma stems from the local community that you're in or global situations. Trauma can present itself in work conditions that are unhealthy, family patterns, or relationship cycles. So hopefully you're seeing that trauma can be stored in our mind, body, spirit, energy field, in the emotional centers, It can come from work. It can come from the local community. It can be self-inflicted, family patterns. It can come from within or without, okay? There's many, many sources where the trauma can come from. It can be old, ancient, ancestral trauma, and it can be current, right now, in the moment trauma that's happening from continual experiences that are of a lower vibration, or even self-inflicted by you, by me, over and over, continuing patterns and cycles that we need to close out. For this reason, dear ones, regular energy clearing and subtle body cleansing are important to dump the trauma from your being. Trauma healing, when we allow ourselves to be released from it, affects your blood, your bones, your psyche, your cells, your organs, your ligaments, your veins, all parts of you, the visible and the invisible parts. And course correction occurs within yourself as you heal trauma and you recalibrate your life. As you recalibrate your life, you know, the essence of all that you are realigns with your soul master blueprint. Course correction also applies to your relationship with others. So whatever capacity you are in relationship with others, you want to, you know, really align yourself, if possible, with all of the healing potentials that exist. So when you're in relationship with someone, healing possibilities exist as long as the other person or the organization is a part of your soul destiny. If the person or organization or situation is not part of your soul destiny, meaning it's not aligned for you, then your nervous system is going to show you that. You're going to have body sensations. You may have headaches or nausea. Something will feel off. The energy will feel off. You'll have trouble sleeping. You'll have nightmares. If the situation, the person, the organization is not aligned with your soul destiny and what the divine has for you, you will always know. The question is, are you listening? Are you paying attention to the signs that your mind, body, spirit, energy, your soul team, your divine protectors and guardians, your nervous system, your body sensations are telling you? Are you listening and are you paying attention? Even after a breakup, dear ones, or when you are no longer in contact with someone, you can still offer a divine blessing. So let me connect the dots for you a little bit. We're talking about spiritual attunement of mind, body, spirit, and energy. We're talking about stored trauma and all the different ways trauma can be stored in all of the subtle bodies, your entire structure, and how trauma can be self-inflicted, or it can come from without. It can be past, or it can be present, or it can be continually happening based on your ability to filter out what's no longer needed, your ability to recognize things that do traumatize you, and all the subtle ways that trauma can get lodged in our system. Now we're talking about course correction and the ways that we can heal the trauma that's been lodged in our own being, but also the ways that we can heal trauma outside of us. So whether it's an individual that we broke up with, a job that we left, a situation that we recognize is no longer aligned and no longer serves. And let's say it was painful, a painful breakup, a painful, triggering experience where you are no longer talking to family members, or you left your job abruptly, or you were fired, or whatever the context is, whatever the reason there is trauma, whatever the reason for pain or upset or dysregulation or feeling disjointed or feeling disconnected or feeling off, whatever the reason, however the capacity is revealing itself, there's still always opportunity to offer a divine blessing. And there's still always an opportunity for healing to take place, even when we are in separation from people. Okay. So even when if something's no longer your assignment, you walk away. But let's say there was an abrupt cut. Let's say that you don't feel you completed your assignment, or all that could have been divinely possible in a relationship or a connection didn't happen. It didn't unfold because devil energy got in the way. Whatever the reason, there's still always an opportunity, dear, beautiful empaths, to offer a divine blessing. Even if you're not in connection with the person, even if you're not talking to the person, even if somebody abused you, molested you when you were 5 years old and now you're an adult, there's still always a space for course correction in a divine way. All we have to do is access the divine keys, the divine elixir, the divine medicine, the divine magic, and activate whatever we're told to do so that we can find the right frequency. When you find the right frequency, that's gold. The right frequency will always recalibrate us and reattune us to what is divinely serving the highest light. So as an empath, your light has the capacity to smooth out all tension. It's incredible what you have the ability to do. And you may not realize this at this time, empaths, because our collective is going through a lot of emotionally intense and experiences right now. We're feeling our own energetic sensitivities. We're also feeling the planet. We're feeling so many other people's stuff. It's a little bit difficult right now to decipher whether it's theirs or whether it's ours. But regardless to whether it's theirs, whether it's ours, whatever, or combination, what this emotional intensity that we are experiencing, this too shall pass. And we do have the capacity to move through it and reattune ourselves and our entire collective to a higher frequency, the right frequency that will adjust us and bring peace. So, dear ones, you can smooth out tension. You can recalibrate situations by just sending your light to the situation, to the people, to the organizations, every situation that needs healing and repair. You can bring balance, healing, and reparation. You can repair situations without even having contact with other people. This is good news because sometimes people have been violating or abusive or manipulative or condescending or inappropriate. And we could go on and on and on for all the reasons why we maybe should not have physical contact with an individual. But for you, dear, beautiful, brave souls, if it aligns for you, if it feels like it resonates with your soul structure and why you're here on the planet, and of course, take what resonates and always toss the rest, or shelf, table what doesn't resonate for you. I'm not going to ever say everything I say or everything I channel from my team is aligned or right for you. It may not be. Always trust your own team, trust your own guidance, go within the base, your own heart space, your own sanctuary, get your commands from base. But if it resonates, if this message feels real for you, if it feels alive for you, if you find a space in your beautiful, beautiful, luminous empath structure, despite having been hurt or used or manipulated or abused in the past, if you find a space where you want to create a bridge of peace between your soul structure and the spirit and soul structure of others who've hurt you, if it resonates, because it won't resonate for everyone, but if it resonates, you can help them heal from a distance. You don't have to have any contact with them, with anyone who hurt you or abused you or created trauma, and yet healing can still happen if you allow yourself to be a beacon of light and you allow the spirit flow, the frequency that is aligned, gifted to you from your structure to emanate from your heart space to them. You can create healing to any person, any situation, any circumstance, as long as it's aligned with your highest light and if it's a part of your soul destiny. Okay. There are going to be some times when spirit says, just walk away. That's not for you. It's somebody else's assignment. But if it is for you, what a beautiful offering, despite having been hurt, despite having been harmed, to still allow whatever was supposed to manifest before the trauma, before the pain, before the violation, before the manipulation, whatever was the spirit plan, whatever was the God plan, whatever divine God particles were flowing for something beautiful, magical, and healing to take place before devil energy got in the way, what was supposed to be our frequency, what was supposed to be our experience, what was supposed to happen. In a lot of cases, empaths, it's still possible. You don't have to have any contact with them at all. And yet, if you align your structure with the frequency of that highest light potential, you can still be a beacon. You can still be a conduit. You can still be an ambassador, an emissary, a channel, and an instrument for peace and healing. You can bring peace, balance, and reparation. So you have the ability, and there's an offering being gifted to you if you choose, if this resonates, for you to extend light to all people and situations from your past and your present, whether they harmed you or not. You have the ability, if you choose, you are being given an invitation to offer and extend light. If you choose, dear ones, you can see everyone and everything as a mission assignment to bring light from your structure. So no matter what the relationships have been in your life, you know, parents, children, siblings, friends, exes, you know, in-laws, whatever, no matter what the energy and vibration of those relationships currently is, whatever the current vibrational set point is, it can still be up leveled if you choose to align to your highest light potential. If you choose to be in your highest structural form, if you allow all of the light that's possible from the divine to infiltrate and occupy your soul structure, your team, your system, your nervous system, your brain, your thoughts, your emotions, every aspect of you, if you allow God essence and God essence, God presence, God particles to be a part of your structure every day, moment by moment, breath by breath, you can be a beacon of light to all people, all situations, all circumstances in your life, no matter what the context, no matter what the current vibrational set point, no matter what they think of you, no matter how they treat you, no matter what they did, no matter what you did, everything can always be up-leveled to a higher light potential. So if you see everything and everyone as a mission assignment for you to bring light from your structure to them, life becomes beautiful and magical. And we become less concerned about what they did or didn't do or who did what and all the stories and all the narratives of pain. And I'm not discounting those because a lot of us do come. I'm a trauma survivor. My story's real. Nothing's ever going to take that away from me. The things that I went through and the things that I experienced, that will never, ever not be my story here on this human planet, this lifetime. However, it's just one chapter or two chapters or a few pages in a chapter. It's not my entire life book. My narrative has shifted and I've created a lot more chapters. And I'm living in the light and I'm living in peace. And you, dear beautiful empath, you can do that as well if you choose. You have free will to decide where you want to launch from in this life and what your narrative is. And the story does change. The truth is the truth, right? It is what it is. Those of us that have experienced trauma, we did, and it is what it is. But the story shifts, the narrative changes as you breathe life into it, as you allow your light to infiltrate all the circumstances where there was pain and where there was hurt and trauma, mean words and bullying or whatever happened, you know, abuse, severe trauma, severe violation. We have the ability to allow our light, the light from our soul team, that frequency, the medicine, the magic, to infiltrate and heal every aspect of our being, every inch of our physical form, every ligament, every vein, every muscle, every cell, every organ, all bones, the blood, the bone marrow, every part of us that was hurt or violated manipulated, taken advantage of, may the light of the divine find us and infiltrate our system and heal every single part of our being and bring us into maximum wholeness so that we may realign and recalibrate to the soul master blueprint. You can find the soul master blueprint in everything. Even when things feel like they've gone horribly wrong and all your beautiful plans have been derailed, you can always restructure and recalibrate to the highest light. You can always reset the mainframe. You can always heal yourself. And in that space of being in your highest light, no matter what the previous story, you can recreate the narrative with light, with love, with breath, and allow the light of love from your divine structure, your team, the divine guardians and protectors, angels, ancestors that have your back, that stand with you. They are surrounding you now, creating a perimeter, a bubble of light around you. So much love, so much light. You're in the center of the circle, and the divine that works with your structure, they're breathing life back into your system. They're breathing light and life and love. You're surrounded by light and love. Just allow every cell, every organ, every part of you, mind, body, spirit, energy that was violated or abused or taken advantage of, to recalibrate now with breath and light and sound. Everyone and everything is a mission assignment, including yourself. Even your boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-spouses, ex-friends, ex-bosses, ex-everybody, whoever is a part of your life, isn't a part of your life, no matter what they do. You can see them as part of your assignment, and you can give and offer love and light. So whatever is available in your structure, dear ones, whatever was originally a part of the divine plan, the original soul master blueprint to give to them. So when you were, let's say you were dating someone and it ended, the relationship ended in a kind of, not so great breakup. Maybe really mean words were said. Maybe things were, things were thrown away, or who knows? I don't know. Maybe somebody rammed someone's car, let's just say it got really toxic and really dysfunctional. We know that was never part of the original God plan for you in that relationship. Even if that relationship was not destined to last forever, we still know that the only purpose you were in the relationship was to bring love and light as a divine ambassador, as an empath. But wherever it went awry and however it went south, maybe somebody cheated or lied or who knows, whatever happened, we know that devil energy was not part of the original soul master blueprint for that relationship. And so now in separation and away from that person, even if it's been years, you can still make yourself a beacon of light, an instrument, a channel, and whatever is available, dear ones, in your structure that was originally part of the plan for healing and recalibration, you can offer it now to that person, to that situation, to that circumstance. Give it now, empaths. Give it from your soul structure. Give it from your highest light. Give it from your soul team elixir. Give it from that frequency, that highest light frequency of love and healing. Offer it now to those people, those beings, those situations, those circumstances that you've been a part of. Even if devil energy got in, deactivate the devil energy, dissipate that energy, receive the highest light, receive the vibration, the frequency, the spiritual medicine, and offer that. offer that to them now. Send the highest light that was a part of the original soul plan with regard to this person, situation, circumstance, organization, the events that happened around your trauma. Send the highest light. No matter how the relationship ended or transitioned, make sure in this moment of time, this new unit of time, in this now moment, make sure to complete the assignment. Ask if your assignments were completed, even though you're in separation, even though you broke up, even though you got fired, you quit, you left, there was trauma, they cheated, they lied, they abused, they manipulated, they stole money. Of course, dear ones, if it doesn't resonate for you, don't take it. If this is not aligned with where you are right now, it's okay. But for those of you that it is resonating, if you feel there was a spiritual work that was left incomplete at the time of breakup, separation, if it was a choppy cutoff or breakoff, now in this new unit of time, draw from your structure the highest light, draw from the divine team that works with your structure the exact frequency that's needed to complete the work, to complete the assignment, to heal the situation, then the person, and to resolve any pain and suffering that continues to linger in their heart space or yours. So no matter how the energy shifted and how the relationship ended or transitioned, in this now unit of time, you are able to complete this assignment by still giving what you were originally supposed to give energetically, spiritually. You can even ask your team to send the healing, send the medicine, send the elixir, send the light frequency to them if you have no contact with them and it's not spiritually appropriate for you to connect with them. This is beautiful, because what this is saying is that our prayers matter, and sending the highest light matters, our meditation, our spiritual conceptualization of them being healed or made whole or whatever was supposed to happen, imagining it, envisioning it, and allowing it energetically and spiritually to be completed. Even though you're no longer walking with that person, that's incredible. That spirit is letting us know we don't need to be with people to complete the work. We don't have to be dating them or married to them or working for them. We could be living in completely different parts of the world and the work can be completed. Our team is here to assist us with that. Wow. So make sure, dear ones, that you are always complete in your assignments energetically and spiritually, so that you don't have to repeat old, outdated cycles and patterns, karma. Let's complete the karmic cycles and move into our dharma and just offer the love and light from our highest potential by remaining completely aligned with our divine team, being in spirit flow, God flow, infinity circle, infinity cycle, which would obliterate all outdated cycles and patterns that are no longer aligned. Let's let those release from our psyche and from our energy field. Let's get back into complete alignment with the original Soul Master blueprint. Let's draw from the original Soul Master blueprint, from base command, the sanctuary of the heart, from our structure, our team. Let's access the aligned frequencies for the now moment, and let's continue to heal. Let's continue to do our work. Let's complete the work. Let's complete the cycles. Let's complete what Spirit originally intended for every single relationship that we've ever been connected to. So this is a visual that they're giving me. Imagine that you go to a party like this, a beautiful spectacular party and you had a gift, maybe it was an anniversary, wedding anniversary, or a special birthday party or something like that. And so you go to the party and it's just an amazing party, but you forgot your gift for the person at home. You left it in the car, you left it at home. And so you participate and everything's going great. And then you leave the party, you get home, you realize, oh man, I didn't give him the gift. But let's say that they were getting ready to go out of the country or something. So you weren't going to see them for a really, really, really long time, maybe years. And so that gift that you had bought just for them and it was wrapped up so perfectly and beautifully just for them, you just kind of set it aside, right? But then maybe 2 years later, 3 years later, you find out that your friend is coming back to town and they're going to be visiting for a while. And all of a sudden you remember, wait a minute, I had a gift for them. Wait a minute, where's that gift? That gift's in the closet. Where's that? Let me get that gift. Let me dust it off. Maybe I need to rewrap it. But that gift was originally for them. It was always theirs, even though you haven't seen them in a while. Even though circumstances changed, situations changed, the energy shifted, that gift was still for them. And so, if that really was a situation, we might mail it to them. We might go and visit them. We might go have lunch with them. If we couldn't see them for whatever reason, maybe it's not appropriate to see them for whatever reason, you could still ship it to them, get it to them some way, somehow. Energetically, we're being given the invitation to recognize that even when relationships change and energy shifts, we can still give them the gift. I love it. Even when the relationships change and the energy shifts, we can still use our light and give them the gift. Give them the gift of healing, give them the gift of spiritual completion, give them the gift of whatever it is that our spirit, the spirit realm, God, creator, source, originally wanted them to experience in relationship with us. So what I'm hearing, dear ones, is I'm literally hearing, dear empaths, many of the relationships you've been in, you thought they were supposed to be something other than what they were. They were assignments. Many of the relationships you've been in, because you're ambassadors of light, have been assignments. So whether it was a job or an ex, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever, a lot of those were assignments. That's why they didn't last. And there was always a plan. There was always a divine plan. There was always divine light to share. There was always divine love and light to give. We're being given an opportunity to energetically continue to offer that. No matter how much time has passed, we're able to still give them the gift, the energy, the healing, the elixir, the medicine, the frequency that God, Creator, Source intended. So don't hold on to any energy that was originally intended for someone else, dear ones. If there is a breakup or a transition of some kind, still send the spiritual gifts to these beautiful beings that you had an opportunity to interact with in this life. Still send them the spiritual gifts energetically by sending love and light from your structure, from your team to the person, to the individuals, or to the organizations, in accordance to all that aligns with God's highest plan, God particles, the divine soul master blueprint. Stay in alignment with that and give from your soul structure from that space. Launch from there, no matter what they did, no matter how they treated us. You as an empath and as a star seed and as a divine being of light, you get to write the narrative and recreate the story with the light you choose to embody and the vibration and frequency that you choose to sit in now. Always ask your spirit team to deliver the love and light according to what is available, attainable, appropriate, aligned, and possible according to your soul path and your soul master blueprint. So this is good news. We're sending it. We're sending the light. We're sending the love. We're sending the course correction. We're sending the recalibration, whatever you want to call it. We're sending the attunement, the refinement, the realignment. But our spirit team is the one delivering it. We are the senders, and they're the deliverers of that beautiful light and love. Because in many situations, no contact is still required. But our spirit team will deliver all that is inspired. So ask to be recalibrated and attuned to the highest light always. And in this way, you remain attuned. You dump unnecessary trauma. Your narrative changes. Your story shifts. The energy is cleared. And you remain attuned to your destiny no matter what. And in this way, your life, my life, always serves the highest good. So, dear ones, let's call in those things from the original Soul Master Blueprint. Let's call in all that is aligned. Let's call in all that is refined for our highest light. Allow yourself to be that pure vessel. Allow the light and love from your soul structure, your team, God's original plan to flow out of your being to all situations, all circumstances that are still part of your Soul Master Blueprint, all assignments that have not been completed, all love, all light, all medicine, all magic that is still available to be gifted through your structure to the others. If you allow, dear ones, your spirit team will deliver for you on your behalf all that was originally intended for all relationships, all dynamics, all business partnerships. Every single thing can be realigned, recalibrated to a higher light, a higher frequency. And in this way, you spiritually attune your own structure, mind, body, spirit, energy. And you spiritually attune your relationships, your finances, all of your endeavors, all of the experiences, past, present, future. Recalibrate now under this frequency of attunement. Everything realigns. Everything settles. Everything is reset under this frequency of spiritual attunement. Receive it if you are open. Receive it if it resonates. Receive it if it is aligned for you to complete a very powerful spiritual, energetic work that requires this spiritual attunement. Blessings, empaths. I hope this was a blessing for you. Stay the course. I look forward to being in your energy and you being in my energy so that we can have an energetic party again in the future. Blessings.